Yo guys, welcome to my Path of Exile's thought and opinions of the new league and their big announcement on Twitch there. I'm just going to go over some of the things that really stuck out to me during the video reveal and maybe go over a couple things from the patch notes. But yeah, stay tuned to see what my opinions are. First off, I'm going to talk about the Lake of Kalandra Challenge League and what I kind of think about it. I'll have the trailer playing in the background as well. For my first impressions, the league doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like anything spectacular, but it doesn't look terrible either. But I do have like a few concerns, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. I'm hoping that it doesn't slow you down too much, like if you're just going and then all of a sudden you have to stop and like rearrange stuff on the tablet to get the most out of whatever it is that you're doing. Hopefully it's not too bad, but it immediately reminded me of like Synthesis League, trying to get all those pieces together to connect the roads to the nodes on the Synthesis map and whatever. I was not a fan of that at all personally. But you don't have to collect little pieces by the looks of it and like try to fiddle around playing Tetris or whatever. It kind of looks like it's its own UI, so if you pick stuff up it might just go to like a separate inventory, which I'm fine with that. I like the fact that for maps and stuff that you can trade the tablets if you want, or just like hoard them and then just run like a whole bunch. I'll probably end up doing that and make some like videos and see what's going on with them and stuff. I'm sure some people in the community are going to figure out these like really good ones, and I'm actually kind of curious to see what people are going to come up with. I'm sure there's going to be some like pretty crazy stuff. And I like those, I don't know what they're called, like the pedestal things that have like the one ring in it and then a mirrored version which has like negative some stats but like big time like positives on others. It seems like you're going to get some pretty like broken stuff. Like if I can find like a good ring for wet or something, I might actually try to remake Meatball Cyclone. Which, on a side note, I was really upset that they didn't redo Negamahu's Flame. I love that weapon, but it's just not holding up nowadays. I'm hoping like running around in the mirror or Lake of Kalandra or whatever it is. I guess it's kind of both because it's nice and shiny, so we'll go with that. It's pretty interesting too, like smooth and whatnot, not just like, I don't know, Marsh's map where it's like there's just random pathways everywhere. Like as long as it's kind of like predictable or whatever, like that's not too bad. Like I don't mind the Temple of Azato or whatever it's called. That one's okay. You can kind of like have a map open at the same time to see what paths you can go. Hopefully the Mirror of Calandra or Lake of Kalandra or whatever it's called, I keep getting them mixed up, is good for that, like where you can open up like a separate map and see which way you can go and whatnot. It'll just allow you to like plan your route and get it done like efficiently and have fun and whatnot. So next part I'm going to move on is the 3 league revamps with Beyond, Harvest, and Arch Nemesis. I like all these changes, especially the Harvest ones. I talked a lot on my Harvest review about having it so it's like whenever you harvest plants that it kind of like fills up like a EXP bar to upgrade your grove or whatever. Like just having items instead of like having to look through each thing and knowing what you want and what seeds you want and whatnot. I kind of got that from what it is now too, is it's like, okay, I have to stop, read all the seeds, what they do, and then figure out what I want. Like, oh, I don't want this one, or these 2 things have what I want or whatever. Now it's just you pretty much run in, click, pick up your whatever that currency is, like the juice, the life form, whatever it's called, and then throw it in your stash and then you can worry about it later. It's just like kind of get in, get out type thing, instead of just spending a half an hour in there trying to figure out which crafts that you want or which ones you want to save or whatever. And the fact that they had, was it tier 4 bosses spawn more in there, like I never see them, so it would be nice to be able to see them once in a while. And I don't think it's going to be as rippy either, because they're getting rid of all those rare monsters with the Arch Nemesis change, because they're going to be so like powerful and drop a lot of loot and stuff, so you're not just going to get blasted with like 15 rares there anymore, which is going to be really cool. Because even with like a pretty decked out build, those things were super tanky, like it was insane. So it's kind of like a relief that I don't have to deal with that anymore. When it came to the Arch Nemesis thing, I never really had a huge problem with it before. I totally get some of the mods, especially early on. It's like, okay, I can't kill this. This is Beyond all over again, where it's like, oh, this level 5 monster has more regen than I can like damage through. But now they limited the mods, I think, to 1 and 2 before maps, and then I think they go up to 4 with maps, but they made it so they drop, like, a lot of stuff. I don't think that's going to be, like, a huge groundbreaking thing, but I do think it's an improvement for sure. Because getting these, like, really annoying mods, it'd be like, oh, I can at least get a good item out of it, instead of just being like, I'll just run past them, like that one mod where they, like, keep running away. I forget what it's called. And it's so annoying if you get that with, like, when they do the frostball thing. It's just like, alright, he can just play over there, I'm just gonna keep going. This isn't worth my time, but maybe now he'll drop something good. And the Beyond changes are great. Yeah, nothing really more I can say about it. I forget what the league was called that they came with, but it was one of my favorite leagues in the game. And the fact that you can get the tainted currency again is kind of neat as well. It might be worth it to put Beyond on the map just to get some, like, tainted fusing orbs or whatever, or just invest it into the tree. Yeah, it would be pretty decent, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my league revamp part. Moving on to the end game changes now. I'm actually really interested in the memory thing. It seems fun. Like, it almost feels like it's going to be worth investing into, like, a nice, good map character. Like, I'm thinking of 2 characters this week, and I'm up in the air with my map characters. I already got my main one figured out, but I don't know if I want to do Death Soap again or do Cold Blade Vortex. That one looks really fun, too, because they both go boom boom, so it's good for map clear. I think they said there's only going to be, like, 3 different masters with these, so that's kind of a bummer in a way, but if it does, like, each of the league content, then that would be kind of cool too. Like, I'm sure the Breach one would be just, like, crazy. I didn't really watch too closely, like, on which Breach Lord Breach thing was in there, but it'd be kind of neat if you can have, like, all 4 of them, so you have, like, some Chayula with some Zoth with some Tall or whatever, or maybe have, like, 2 of the bosses spawn at the same time or whatever. I think that would be kind of fun. It'd be like, alright, we're just cruising along. It's like, oh my god, there's, like, a whole bunch of bosses here. Like, okay, we gotta think now or whatever, instead of just mind-numbingly going through a map. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that one. I know Chris Wilson was talking about the Exile one where the map has, like, 100 Exiles in it. That would be, like, absolutely crazy. It'd be, like, loot explosions everywhere, but, like, early on, if you can kill them, it's pretty good EXP killing Exiles, but that would be cool if they left that in the game. Or if they made, like a super Exile as, like, a final boss. It's, like, a combination of a whole bunch of them or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the memory thing. Hopefully I can try it out a few times. Maybe I'll make some videos on it. They're also bringing back the Ultimatum boss fight. I only had a chance to try it once because it was so RNG gated. But I'm looking forward to trying that a few times as well. I didn't have the best character to kill him either, but the fact that now we can just get a boss character ready instead of, like, alright, here's our big mapping character, we go through the 10 waves of Ultimatum, now we got it thrown into a boss. It's like, well, this character's designed to fly through maps, not kill the boss, so it'd be kind of cool to do the boss with a boss killing character. Just gonna go quick over the new skills. They didn't really, like, tickle my fancy, to be honest. The new Mark is decent, but yeah, just they didn't tickle my fancy too much. I don't like building around shock and whatnot. I'm sure they're going to be awesome, but yeah, just not for me. I'm not looking too forward to those. When it comes to the currency changes with the Exalts and Divine Orbs, I'm going to see how this one plays out. I have a feeling Divine Orbs are going to be really expensive because they're not super easy to get like an Exalt. Like, I'm not saying Exalts are easy, but there's like 5 or 10 different cards. There's Exalt shards. Like, if you farm Harbinger, you'll just make Exalts pretty quickly with those if you juice them up pretty good, and they drop Exalt shards like constantly. I really think this is going to make Leo and Betrayal a lot more valuable than the Exalt one. I don't know if they're going to switch those two, so like tier 2 Leo is Exalt and tier 3 is Divine or whatever. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we will have to see with that one. I'm pretty sure they took it out of the harvest pool too. If not, it's going to be a lot of resource, I'm sure, to use a Divine on your items or whatever they're called for that. Just going over a few of the balance things. The explosive arrow change I thought was good. The version that I played the past 2 leagues, I'm not playing it this league, but was a hit one and not an ignite one, so I think that's a slight buff. The minion item thing is cool. I totally get what Chris was saying about how you didn't really need gear for your minions to do good. You can just get a whole bunch of gem skill levels and you're good to go. So this is going to make you invest a little bit more via rings and having lower level wands for minions and stuff too. I think that's a fantastic idea. Now we just need some totem love. I would love to be able to use spell totems again and not get one shot by everything. But hey, one can hope. I pray for it every league. It has yet to happen. For the trickster stuff, I don't really know too much about it. The one node where you gain like more damage per mastery might be decent. But yeah, it just seems like a really tanky version of an energy shield character, kind of like a champion or a juggernaut version for ES. But yeah, it's just not for me. I don't think I've ever made a trickster either, so don't really play that side of the tree a whole lot. But that's pretty much my opinions on the notes that I took as I was watching the live reveal. It took me a few days to make this video as I was finishing up a Trails of the Cold Steel video guide project thing. I was hoping to get it done before the league comes out so I could do more PoE stuff. So let me know what you guys think of the new announcements. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. Thanks for watching and have yourselves a great day.